I'm coming to you from the Grand River Valley, Ohio, and I'm at the campground. And today I am going to use triangle pose as the peak pose. I'm healing up, hands through prayer at heart center. Noticing and deciding. Gently floating the eyes open. Move into hero's pose if you're not in hero's pose for your comfortable seat. And we'll take some stretches here. So first, pressing the left palm into the earth. You can use your fist if the earth is far away from you. Reaching up and over with the right. Feeling a nice side bend stretch, QL stretch. You can look at the sky underneath your right elbow. As you inhale, think of really reaching through the right fingertips. And as you exhale, maybe press into the earth to deepen the stretch. One round of breath on an inhale. Return to center, other side. Inhaling, left arm up, pressing the right palm into the earth. And exhale, reaching over. Looking underneath the left elbow to the sky. Inhale, coming through center, reaching both arms up overhead. A little bit different this time. Clasp the right wrist with the left elbow, reach up and over. And send the right hip into the block if you're on a block like me, or the earth. Inhaling through center, switch the grip. Reaching up on the inhale and over on the exhale. And inhale through center, we'll rise on to our knees. A little camel stretch. So if you have the block in between your ankles, that's nice to press into for some resistance with your heels. You can tuck your toes to give you some stability. Stacking the hips right on top of the knees. Fingertips point towards the earth. Draw the elbows together, so shoulder blades together. Inhale. Letting the gaze drift up and back. As you press the hips forward, squeeze the glutes, and let the gaze drift back. Inhale back up. Release and reach the arms forward. Thinking like you would for chair pose, so spinning the pinky fingers in and sending the hips back. Coming back up, move the block, and go to downward facing dog. This is Rex. I already know. So in your downward facing dog, focusing on, rather than straightening your legs, because I can't yet, so you can bend them and really feel that flat back. So press into the palms, your upper arms rotate outward as your forearms rotate inward. And think of placing your head right between your arms. Sending the hips back. And maybe you try straightening your legs, but you don't want to round through the shoulders. You want to maintain this flat back. And straighten your leg at a time. Bend the knees, look forward, walk, step, or hop to the front of your mat. And press your hand into your shins, shins into hands to half lift. And then exhale, fold. Releasing everything down. Try to shift forward. I'd rather you feel like you're falling, fall over onto your head and not you're sitting back. You can grab off the elbows. Keeping generous, bending the knees. Roll up or stop back up. And then roll up. Send the hips down. It's different for me after having part of my lumbar spine. When you arrive, pull the shoulders up and back. Mountain pose. Let the palms open. Breathe forward. Really feeling rooted in your feet. And I'm going to take a twist here. Going to inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, make a T shape. As you look over the right. I'm not fixing my lumbar spine, just the thoracic spine. So it's big and forward. And inhale from that. And exhale, open to the other side. So again, making sure you're not letting this hip drift back. Keep it forward so the twist stays in the thoracic spine. Inhale to center and down. Inhale center. Exhale twist. Inhale center. And sit back, chair pose. This is the same as the top half of your. This is the same shape as the downward facing dog that I was doing with my bent knee. Flat back. You could spiral towards one another. And sending your hips back. Just be able to get to your toes. Option to twist here. It might be your hip width apart. You can also do this with your feet together, knees lift up. Hands prayer. You want to take the twist, so I'm going to take with my feet width apart. Bring the left elbow outside the right knee. Press the palms in and twist again, just the thoracic spine up to the sky. So your left hip should not drop forward. It should stay even, you should stay even. Stay back just a little bit. Wow, everything nice, baby, perfect. And that one I can open up. Mountain pose. Here we're going to take a little balance, so gently rise onto your tiptoes on an exhale. So inhale, find length. As you exhale, think pressing into your toes to lift the heel. Engage the core. Inhale, exhale, chair pose. Inhale, option to twist. Right elbow comes outside the left knee. And we use that as an anchor point to twist. Only rotating the upper spine. Inhale. 5 toes on the floor. I'm stepping back to get in the shade again. Alright. Inhale, keep the arms up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward. Make your way to downward facing dog. So as I move, I'm crawling forward. Child's pose. Knees come wide, send the hips back. Revisit your intention. Our thoracic spine isn't designed to move as much as the lumbar spine. It has less rotation, less range of motion. So just noticing what comes up for you and invite movement into this other part of your body. And just how you're breathing. Anything you're inviting in here, anything you're not. Exhale, on your next exhale, up knees, and take a little bit of low. So inhale as you exhale, extend the right leg back, left arm forward, and moving your core back to the flat. Again, inhale, exhale, spread the right toes to the right and left fingertips to the left. Making a diagonal line. Inhale, come back. One more time. Diagonal line. Inhale back, exhale. Inhale. Exhale, extend the right arm, left leg. Inhale, open. Diagonal line, left to the left, right hand to the right. Back to center. Inhale, open. Maybe that one more time. Switching. Making sure you're not sinking here, pressing out of the earth. Flat back. Switch. And up to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step between your hands. Inhale, rise up for your one. Welcome to do what you gotta do here to make sure your hips are facing forward. And I like to bend the back knee to really release the low back so the tailbone goes down rather than arching the lumbar spine. And then from there you can straighten the back leg and feel that stretch along the left hip flexor. The right knee is right over the right ankle. Open to warrior two. So right knee is tracking over the second toe on the right foot. Your right heel should be in line with the left arch. And let the gaze drift over your second finger on the right hand. Take an inhale, straighten the front leg. As you exhale, send the right arm up and over, finding that same side bend stretch that we did earlier, the peaceful warrior. And as you exhale, we're going to come down into an extended side angle. So you can either have your hand here fingertips up. Maybe your hand reaches the floor. Maybe you just rest your elbow on your right knee. Reaching the right hand up and over, so feeling a stretch in the left side body. It also needs a block. Inhale, reverse back to your peaceful warrior. And then cartwheel the hands down. Back to your low lunge. Back to downward facing dog. Option for a vinyasa. So inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower down, knee, chest, and chin, or all in one piece, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, or cobra. And exhale, back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step it forward between your hands. And knee. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. So starting with a high lunge, and then bending that right knee, if that helps you to really straighten the spine, make sure your ribs are coming together. Lengthen the tailbone, shoulders down, away from the ears, and then even straighten right from there. So for a warrior one, which is probably not going to happen for me with my fusion now, because it really does involve a little bit of twisting in the lumbar spine. A true warrior one, your back foot is at a 45-degree angle. So my warrior one is just a high lunge now. So square hip, working for that right hip to come forward as left hip comes back. It should be a square hip pose as much as possible, but again, that 45-degree angle is awkward. Inhale, as you exhale, there's no warrior two. Open hip. Shoulders on top of the earth. Big inhale, exhale. Take it back, open forward here. Extend the side angle. Exhale. Cartwheeling hands back down. Do your little run and back. Downward facing dog. That's child's pose. Revisiting my intention. Next, we're going to do the same sequence, but we're going to add triangle pose. Pose. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step it forward between your hands. And squats hands. What it feels like. Into high lunge or warrior lunge. Okay, I can put them down. Open up warrior two. Inhale, exhale, peaceful warrior. And extend the side angle. Maybe you're using the block this time. Back in your extended side angle, come back up to peaceful warrior. And back to warrior two. Straighten the front leg, reach forward. Second toe and second finger tracking the same way. And then tip down. And triangle pose. 3 rounds of breath here. Noticing the legs should feel very active. The core should still be engaged. So knitting the ribs together. together, engaging the abdominal. On an inhale, coming back to peaceful warrior. And cartwheel the hands back down. Lunge. Back to downward facing dog. Option for release. Option to come into child's pose before we take it on the other side. Noticing. Inviting. Come back to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step it between the hands. Let's help it along. Low. Inhale, warrior one, Akala. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Here, if the shoulder moves far forward, climb back up. You should be able to do this in between. Inhale. Warrior two. Straighten the front leg. Send the fingertips over the toes. Down, one, back to downward facing dog. Vinyasa. Option for child's pose, or following inhale, heels lift, exhale, bend the knees look forward, step or hop. And hop again, step again. Good fun doing that. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, mountain pose. Take several rounds of breath here just to notice how you feel. Twist we did earlier. So exhale, open it forward. Maybe this time you look over your right shoulder. Inhale forward, exhale, other side. Dive forward. Inhale, half the lift. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And child's pose. Just noticing. Big inhale. As you exhale, press your hands into the floor. Sit up on your heel. Back to hero's pose where it started. clasp our hands behind our back and then press them behind us. So down the spine, elbows straight, stretching in front of the collarbone, and shoulders. Take the same camel stretch. So inhale, as you exhale, press up onto your knees. Arms up and back this time. So fingertips press, point downward. Draw the shoulder blades together. And back. Bring my knees into my chest. Happy baby is color different from me now. So let's see. The key for happy baby is to grab the outer edges of your feet with your arms. If you are like me and don't really, that's not accessible, you can use a strap, a scarf or towel around your feet and hold that way. You can also hold on to the calf. You can put your arms like this with a shape. But this is a neutral spine, neutral hip pose. It should feel good. One leg. Noticing, inviting, releasing. Anyway, release that. And go to the glute bridge. Pressing the hips up. Yeah, I think the lack of mobility in my lumbar spine makes happy baby a lot different. This helps. So squeezing the glutes. Lift up and lower down. You can do bridges articulating through the spine, which I have been asked to do in physical therapy, even though it's a lot different with this part fused. You can also do them as a hand. So pressing up on going. Maybe letting the knees fall to one side. And breath here. And using your hands to press yourself up. Coming back into your comfortable seat. Mm-hmm.